few scary story videos that I posted, I asked you guys to send me your true scary stories. So I went through my DMs, my Snapchat, my email, and I found all the ones I could. For some reason I feel like there were maybe a few more, but I'm just going to be reading the ones that I found, and also be telling a couple of my own personal ones. So let's begin. Okay, so this first story is from Miss Hobbity. And she says, well, my friend had a sweet shop, and I'd see her most days after school, and she used to tell me there was a witch that lived next door, but I didn't really believe her. But sometimes, in the yard, we would look through the fence, and that's where she lived. She had a giant cauldron, and she would be dressed in black. It sounds so vague, but I swear it's true, lol. And one day, when we looked, her cauldron had smoke coming from it, but we couldn't see what was in it. The scary thing happened one day, when we were out walking, and my friend Alex noticed her behind us at a distance, and then she started to quicken her pace, and we literally ended up being chased. Oh my god, that is actually terrifying. I almost ran into the road, but Alex pulled me back, and we got back to her shop breathless and so scared, but our mom didn't believe us. And to this day, no one else ever has. Nothing else happened after that, but we never spied again. Okay, that actually freaks me out a lot. Girl, I know you said some people don't believe you, but I believe you. There are crazy people in this world, okay? And I think that is 100% possible. That's really creepy. Anyway, so on to the next one. Alright, this one is from SAls123, who DM'd me on Instagram, and they said, so I thought I'd share my scary story with you. It was about 4 years ago now. I was on holiday with my partner in the Dominican Republic for a summer holiday, known in the States as a vacation. We were there for 2 weeks, all-inclusive break. On the third night, I was woken up in the night by a weird tapping noise. I looked at my phone, and it was something like 2 a.m. I had a quick look from where I was laying, but nothing. The following night, I was woken up by a cold breeze, and felt like something was touching my leg. Again, I had a look, and to my surprise, I saw a dark figure in the bathroom looking directly at me, and it appeared to be a man with some sort of cloak or hood top on, and was not moving. Immediately, woke up my partner, but when we both looked, there was nothing. A few nights later, I woke up in the night to go to the toilet, and when I returned to bed, there it was again, but standing by the hotel room door. For some reason, I did nothing. I remember staring for a while, then hiding under the covers. This was the last I'd seen of this until the second last night, where my partner woke me up in the night to say there was a man in our room, standing at the end of the bed with a hood on. When I looked, there was nothing, but my partner was in shock and couldn't understand why I couldn't see it. I then explained what I had saw previously, and our stories were identical, and I had not told him anything before that night apart from the fact that I had been hearing weird noises at night. So either there was a ghost/spirit in our room, or there really was a man stalking us at night. I guess we will never know. Okay, that is actually terrifying. I actually have kind of a similar story that my cousin had that I guess I can tell at the end of this video if I don't forget. Okay. Thank you for your story. by The Wiggle on Snapchat. I can make a very short version, but basically, there's a ghost that wears white maiden kind of clothing that would always follow me up the stairs to my bedroom. I sleep in the attic. God bless you. And when we were younger, my brother would actually sleep in what is now my bedroom, and I would sleep in what is now his bedroom. However, on the first night, he claimed he saw weird shadows and got scared, so we swapped. The weird thing is, I never experienced abnormal behavior in my bedroom until only a month later. There would be knocks on my walls, my bed would suddenly move, and screams could be heard. But what scared me the most is that one day the radio suddenly turned on, without me touching it, and I could hear this weird radio-type voice. And then in parentheses it says, important part to remember. Years go by, and nothing really happens beside a weird shadow that would always follow me to my bedroom. Can I just say that that's always, like, something that scares me is, like, I used to sleep in the basement when I lived with my parents for straight up, like, 14, 17 years or something. And turning off the lights and running up the stairs is always, like, the worst. You feel like something's chasing you, but anyway. Like I had a sense someone was following me. So now comes the scary part. Fast forward to 2015, and this particular night, there was a thunderstorm outside. I feel this very weird feeling in my stomach, but I decide to go to sleep. I try to sleep, but I have the feeling something is looking at me from the side where my bed used to be. I switched the position of my bed a couple years prior to that. In my sleep, I suddenly have a nightmare of a woman in a white maiden type of dress, standing with a butcher knife at the side where my bed used to be. Also, the exact same spot where I heard those knocks when I was little. So I wake up and there are blood spots in my bed. Well, I did not take me long to realize something weird was going on. Now fast forward to a couple months ago, and something very weird happened again. I'm sleeping, and suddenly I heard this weird radio voice saying some gibberish for a second in my head. Now this suddenly throws me back to when I was younger. I used to hear those frequently in my bedroom at night, never at any other spot, always at night in bed. So, while I'm convinced something must be here, but I'm too lazy to call some psychic person in, LOL, laughing face emoji, T emoji. That is actually pretty scary. I don't know why, but stuff that, like, happens when it's like you've had a long day, you're getting in bed, you're tired, and then some scary stuff happens like that. It's like the worst feeling ever. It's like, can I get a break? You know? But that's scary. Thank you for sending in your story. Alright, this next story was sent in by Farran from Snapchat. So, I have to work, but I'll send one right now, and some more later. This one is pretty short. Okay, that's not important. In recent years, my parents told me stories about when we first moved to America. We moved when I was very young from England. They told me a story that I literally don't remember happening to me. I guess because I was so young, they told me it was like the late 90s, and we lived in a shitty apartment. Crime happened in this city, but we weren't in the hood or anything. My parents told me that I had an imaginary friend who I called the woman. Okay. An old woman with red hair or something like that. One day, my parents were going to the grocery store to go grocery shopping. So obviously, I had to come with being so young. They came to my room and said we were going to the shop, and I asked if I could bring the woman with. They laughed and said yes, knowing it was an imaginary friend. I was shy. My parents laughed again. I looked left, right, behind me. Nothing. Just as my dad said we will leave without her, I blurted out loud in excitement. She's standing right behind you. They jumped out of their skin and ran out the house. It turned out to be that a homeless old woman had broken into the house and hid in my closet for a few days. I've got some more. These are pretty fucked up. I literally have goosebumps. I'm triggered. I'm shook. That is so scary. Because that like literally happens. That's not like the first story I've heard actually of people who break into other people's houses and they like hide until nighttime and then they come out and like take food and stuff. It's terrifying. Thank you for saying that story. I'm shook. Okay. That's actually really freaking scary. Okay. Alright, so we got a couple more and then I will tell you mine. Okay. So this next one was sent in from Tyson, Shropshire, who commented on my video. He said, I have one. It's 100% true. One night at 12 a.m., my baby sister Kendall woke me up and I heard her mumbling. Upon asking what she said, I noticed she said, Puppy, Mommy is gone. I knew exactly where she was, her boyfriend's house. She later told the lie that she was taking a shower. Okay, anyway, I said to my big sister, Kaden, watch Kendall, I'm going to get Mom. She was confused, but I left it at that. I left to get my mom, bringing with me a sword for protection. Same. I went across the street looking left and right. At first glance, I didn't see anything suspicious, but I did a double take and saw something extremely unsettling. A man was crouching in some bushes staring at me. He wore a green mask, so it was harder to see him. I quickly drew my sword and rang the doorbell 10 times. My eyes never left the man's face. About 5 minutes later, my mom came out screaming cuss words at me. I was frozen in fear. She asked me what was wrong. I said nothing. We headed inside and went to sleep. The next morning, I asked her if she left to her boyfriend's house. Sure enough, she had. Okay. That's actually really creepy. I really hate, like, the fact that there are people who will, like, hide and stare at you. Like, I wonder how many times this has happened to me, and, like, you don't know what their intentions are or what. Like, that's scary, but at least you had a sword, honestly. I need to get me a sword. But luckily, I never leave the apartment, so it's fine. So thank you for your story, that is creepy. Okay, here's our last subscriber story. Okay, and this one is from, oh shoot, I didn't have the name screenshotted in it, I cut it off, sorry. Anyway, here is a scary story from my personal experience that I had with my sister. Please read, Tyson. Here I am. So my sister and I house/pet sitted my other sister's house and pets while she ran some errands with her husband that were gonna take the whole day. And I'm talking 6 a.m. to like 7 p.m. So what happened was that our house was known to us as having something weird in there. So us being 13 and 16, we were freaked TF out. So everything was fine until 4 or 5 p.m. where weird shit hit the fan. Keep in mind, we locked every door in the house and window due to the sketchy neighborhood. We heard someone slam the back door in a room and slam another door after that. And we were literally crying and freaking TF out. sister and asked her if it was someone she sent or something, and she said no. So we were debating on whether or not to call the cops. So we decided to just get a bat and a knife and investigate. So my older sister opened the door, and we saw the door closed and locked. So that's when we were confused and scared. Then we checked all the rooms, and nothing. And all the windows were locked, so we didn't know what was really happening. But it was scary AF looking back 5 years later. Still gives me chills. Please read in the vid Tyson, love your bits. Thank you, girl. That's actually really scary. Okay. So on to my own true scary stories. Thank you everyone who submitted your scary stories. I really love that I finally got to do my own subscriber story video, because that's like what all the bigger like horror narrators do, and so I feel so accomplished. But okay, so like I said, I was gonna tell you my cousin's scary story, which is actually scarier than mine, but that one where they were talking about like a hooded figure in their room or whatever. Okay, this one's kind of like that. Okay, so my cousin, I don't know like the details 100%, but I just remember like the basics of the story. So my cousin, she was staying in a hotel with her boyfriend, and my family's like religious, and so they weren't sleeping in like the same room. It's like a religion thing, and so they had 2 separate hotel rooms. Anyway, in the middle of the night, she was sleeping, and she woke up, and there were literally 3 like hooded figures on like 3 sides of her bed. And when she like realized, she freaked out, and the bed like flipped over, like the mattress flipped off of like the bed frame, and she like fell on the ground, and she like got up and ran to the door, but she said that she couldn't get to the door. It was like there was a wall. She said it felt like there was like a brick wall that was like invisible in front of her, and she just like couldn't get to the door. And so she like screamed, and eventually she was able to get to the door and get out, and like she went to her boyfriend's room or whatever. And then like the next day they had like a bishop or whatever from the church like bless the room and stuff. But yeah, I remember that freaked me out when I was younger. I was probably like 10 when I heard that story. But yeah, I don't know if it was like sleep paralysis or if it was like something else. Because it's terrifying. Like usually sleep paralysis, like you can't move, but she said that she was like completely able to move, and like, I don't know, maybe it was like a demon, I don't know. It's terrifying though. But okay, on to my own personal scary stories. Okay. So this one isn't like this is probably the most paranormal thing I've ever experienced, and I literally still cannot explain it to this day. So this happened when I was living at home. I lived in the basement by myself, and like we had a big house, and so I had this mirror with like hooks on it. It was like the mirror, and then there were like hooks on it, like 4, that I would hang like my hoodies on. I have a lot of hoodies. I've always loved hoodies, and so I had like tons of hoodies on them. Anyway, I was sitting on my bed, which was like across the room from the mirror, and I was like texting someone I remember, and I was like facing the mirror, and this was like before we had a dog or anything, and I just literally saw something like really quick that was black, like run across the floor super fast, and it was like maybe like that big. I remember just like seeing it in my like peripheral television, and I look up and it was gone. But my hoodies were literally swaying, like all of them. They were like swaying, like as if something just ran by them. And I literally just sat there and watched them like sway until they stopped, and I freaked out and I went upstairs to my sister's room and I was like, girl, and I told her, and like we still cannot explain it. I was like, oh, maybe it's like a rat, but no, it was like way bigger than that, and like it made zero noise. It was 100% silent. I just saw it, and I still can't explain that. Anyway, that was probably like my most paranormal story. I'm just gonna tell like two more. So this happened when I was living with like roommates and stuff in a city that's like 30 minutes from where I live now. And I was like kind of depressed back then. I've talked about this, you guys know the drill. And I would just drive around like all night and like listen to music and stuff until like 2 a.m. or something. And so I was driving through like downtown, where like all the big like buildings are and stuff, but there was like no cars and stuff, and it was kind of creepy. Because it's like where a lot of people like live that go to like school, and so I'm guessing everybody was just like home or something. Anyway, I pulled up to a red light, and I noticed this like sketchy looking guy. It was like walking across the crosswalk, coming from like the driver's side, you know, so he was going towards the car on the driver's side. And he walked, and I instantly like got nervous, and like I locked my doors, and he like walked around the back of my car and went to the passenger side and tried opening the back door on the passenger side, and it freaked me out. And then like right after that, it was like the light turned green and I just like floored it. Luckily my car was locked. Like I don't know what would have happened if I didn't lock my doors, but it was really creepy, and I still don't know like what he was doing or anything. But anyway, yeah, so I remember I had some friends when I lived in Arizona, and they apparently had like ghosts in their house and stuff. And I know that like a lot of people are like skeptical of ghosts, but I 100% believe them, and like believe that they're real and like demons and all that. So I remember they told me that there was like a girl that they would see in their house, that was like a ghost apparently, and I remember that used to scare me so bad. And I guess like they looked up where they live or whatever. They're like in the same neighborhood as me, and I guess their house was like right on like where an Indian reservation used to be or something. I don't remember the details. And I remember they had a couple stories, but one of them was that they were like sleeping in the basement. They were having like a sleepover with friends or whatever, and they like heard someone like walking around upstairs, and from like where they were like laying, they looked at the stairs and they just saw like a girl standing there that they had like never seen before and stuff, and then she like ran back upstairs and like disappeared. And I remember, I've always remembered that story, and I've known that story ever since I was like young, and it always freaked me out. But anyway, those are some of my personal scary stories. I hope you guys like this video. I had a lot of fun making it for you. Thank you everyone who sent in their stories. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want more scary stories, let me know.